Shockingly low Treasury rates are wreaking havoc with all kinds of retirement plans. So writes my guest, Stan Haithcock, also known as Stan the Annuity Man. He also says there are ways to structure annuities to provide that income when you need it. Stan is the author of a recent publication called the Stanifesto. I would call it a nice primer on annuities. And Stan, welcome.
Scott, thanks for having me back on the show.
Stan, you're also host of The Money Show. How is that going so far?
Yeah, we presented The Money Show, which is a national show just on investments. That is doing well. Obviously we are trying to educate the public on how annuities should fit in your portfolio, even if you need to put them in your portfolio. I mean, annuities are not one size fits all product, even though that's how they're sold.
And you always, to talk about them, in a very honest and upfront kind of way here. One of the things that the conversation always is getting to right now is, because interest rates are so low, Treasury rates are low, what do people do? And annuities do have a place if you use them correctly.
They certainly do. And what I'm starting to tell people, and I'm hoping this will catch on as well, with annuities, you buy annuities for what they will do, not what they might do. Will do is contractual guarantees. Might is hypothetical. So if you have an agent or advisor running hypothetical numbers, tell them to run the number at 0. Worst case scenario, what will it do? And there's two ways to look at income. There's income now and there's income later. Income now is an immediate annuity, period. It's the purest reflection of interest rates. So obviously we're at all-time interest rates lows. Most annuities are priced at the 10-year Treasury, whatever the 10-year Treasury is. Currently, we're at Dwight D. Eisenhower levels of 1.5%, hovering in that area. So if you're buying an immediate annuity and people need immediate income, you might want to consider adding a cost of living adjustment rider that increases that income stream contractually with a percentage of your choice on an annual basis. So you might want to look at that. From the standpoint of income later, that's when an income rider is used attached to an annuity. A rider is an attached benefit that you put on into an annuity. And again, worst case scenario, what is that rider going to do? How long are you going to defer it? What's the actuarial percentage on the back end? But from the standpoint of how do we combat low interest rates, there's really no good answer for an immediate income stream. There really isn't. From a deferred standpoint or income later, you can do a pretty good job of growth from a contractual standpoint. But even then, we're seeing the rider rates at all-time lows at this point as well. And
you talk about income riders, which grow and compound annually, but they should be used on fixed products and not variable. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. And it's the reason that I say that is just straight math. You got to look at the contracts again, what they will do, not what they might do. On a fixed annuity, when you are using a rider, the costs are lower and the actuarial percentage payout on the back end is normally higher than a variable annuity. The other thing about variable annuities, which is they're being missold, is the sell is you can get all the upside and then you have the rider over here as a backstop. Well, what's not told is when you add a rider to a variable annuity, the variable annuity company will limit your investment choices. So you're not getting all of the upside. So from a standpoint of customer friendly, a fixed annuity is a better place to attach a rider because of the cost and the actuarial payout at the back end. Because from a rider standpoint, you got to look at 3 legs of the stool. First leg is what's the rate of the rider. Second leg is how long are you going to defer it. And then the third leg is what's that actuarial percentage payout. And by the way, no agent really focuses on that third leg, and the third leg is where the game is played.
In closing here, talk quickly about, I've read something else that you've written, using a strategy that most investment professionals understand, laddering, but you can actually do that with annuities as well. Can you give us a brief explanation of that?
Absolutely. I call it lifetime income laddering, and what we're doing is we're taking immediate annuities, and instead of putting all of the money in 1 year, we're stretching it over multiple years. An example was a client that wanted to put $300,000 in immediate annuity. I said, let's put 100 in this year, 100 in next year, and 100 the following year. Even if rates don't move, the payout's going to be higher because you're going to be older, and they base those payments on your life expectancy. So If rates move, you're going to get even a higher payout. But that way, you're not timing rates. We don't know where rates are going to go, and I just think it's prudent and suitable not to lock in all of these low rates at these levels.
All right, Stan Haithcock is my guest. He is Stan the Annuity Man at stantheannuityman.com, themoneyshow.com. Is that all correct, Stan?
Well, yeah, the Money Show is just a show that I actually present at. But go to stantheannuityman.com. You can get my free book, The Annuity Sanifesto, as a free PDF download. Please download that. And again, stantheannuityman.com.
Appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Scott.
And you're watching Annuity News Now.